KDKA.
Ocala.
All right, 21 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. We get a lot of notices because we do a radio show, obviously. And so every once in a while, you'll get a notice like from the sheriff's office or the police department, and they'll say, tell the listeners to be careful. There's a new scam out there, and people are pretending to be the electric company or one thing or another. And I thought, there's got to be like one way to just say, you know what, just don't trust anybody who calls you with anything. It's just, you really have to be careful of scams. Amy Nofziger,
Yes,
is on the phone.
Nofziger.
She's a fraud expert. And she's the director of regional operations for the AARP Foundation. We've got a lot of folks in our community that fit that category. I know I do.
Yeah, me too.
I think they initiated me that without me saying a word. I was trying to deny the aging process. I was saying, no, that doesn't apply to me. Anyway, beware the Grinch, consumers at risk of being scammed during the holidays. Amy, good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Larry and Robin. How are you?
Good. How did I do with your name? I messed it up, I know. Nofziger?
Hey, I've been called many things, but it's Nofziger.
Nofziger. Okay, it's easy enough. Where are you calling from?
I'm in Denver, actually.
In Denver. Nice and cold in Denver?
Oh, actually, it's going to be about 60 degrees today. Of course, we can see the snow on the mountains, which the skiers love. But here in Denver, we love the 60-degree temps.
See, I would like that. I
Nice.
would like that. Everybody, the grass is always greener, as they say. Snow is always whiter, right?
Well, we get down to 60 here. We're good.
Yeah, we'll get down to 60 one of these days. So we get these announcements all the time from like the sheriff's office, et cetera. Is there a way to kind of just protect ourselves all the time without having to hear about a specific scam?
Well, there's a lot of good practices consumers can do. I mean, they certainly ask to check on anything they're going to give money to. I always say never give money over the phone to anybody you don't know. If someone is calling you saying that they're with the IRS or they're in trouble, verify, verify, verify. Those are all red flags. And especially during the holiday season, we see all these scams increase because the scammers are out there trying to steal our hard-earned money.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah, and they can get you anywhere. They can get you through the internet. I wonder if for somebody who's older, and nobody can be much older than me really at this point, but I wonder if they are easier targets with their computers. Like they get an email and they just think something's up.
Well, maybe they haven't even been told that scammers are attacking people through email, right? That's why education is so important. One thing we really like to educate everybody about, but especially the older generation, is one of the things to watch out for all year round, but certainly this time of year, is using public Wi-Fi, because we know hackers are stealing personal information through public Wi-Fi. So if you're shopping using a public Wi-Fi or checking your credit card statement or your bank statement, do not do that. Only use public Wi-Fi to check the sports, the 60-degree weather, the news.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, public Wi-Fi. I'm always worried about public Wi-Fi. Like you go to McDonald's, it seems so convenient, but and you're so tempted. I don't know why I have to check my bank account so much. Before we had this, I never needed to do that.
Well, it's good to check it. It's good to be obsessive. I check mine every day, but I do it from a secured site.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. Good news.
You have package deliveries as one of the scams to look out for.
Absolutely. We know that they troll neighborhoods, especially during the holiday seasons when we're all getting those wonderful packages delivered to us. So one of the things we really recommend is to require a signature on all package deliveries, unless you absolutely know you're going to be home to answer the door. You can also write specific instructions on when you order it for the delivery company on where to leave your package, and if you can have it shipped to your work or a friend's house or even, a mail drop store. But just don't let it sit on your front porch.
And now, Kim Commando, who does a technological radio show, she says we're going to see drones from Amazon, from Walmart, and from Google delivering packages by next holiday season. I don't know if that's going to be easier to be tricked with or something. I mean, could somebody send a drone to my house with a package and...
Fake package.
Yeah, and I think, that must be from my cousin or my uncle or something, right?
Yeah.
Well, we just know that scammers are always out there thinking of new ways to rip us off. I personally would be a little frightened if I saw a drone come to my front door. But we know that scammers are out there thinking of things. So, definitely keep your guard up.
When you talk about charitable giving, is it better to look up the charities in advance and see exactly how much money goes to administrative needs and actually how much money goes to the people they claim they help before you donate?
Oh, Robin, you're exactly right. People can go to the Florida Secretary of State or the Florida Attorney General's office and find out that information. And one of the things that was most surprising to me when we released this survey was that 60% of those who donated to a charity in the last 12 months did so without even verifying that the charity is legally allowed to fundraise in their state. And it's really easy to check on a charity.
Oh, wow. So what is the Fraud Watch Network? Is that something that we would become part of or that we tap into?
Yeah, it's a free resource for anyone of any age where you can get access to the latest frauds and scams delivered straight to your inbox or your mailbox. You can even have access to the scam tracking map. So everyone in Florida can click on the state of Florida, drill down to their zip code, and actually see what scams are happening in their community.
Oh, really? Let me do that right now.
Wow.
So how do I get this? What's the website?
So it's AARP.org/Fraud Watch Network. And when you're on that page, look for the scam tracking map.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do that right now. See what's going on in our community.
Cool.
The scam.
The
What
tracking map.
Scam. Okay. Fraud Watch Network. I'm on there.
Okay.
All right. And what do I look for on here?
The scam tracking map.
Okay. I'm looking for it. I'll have to find it later, maybe. There's so many things on here. The con artist. Well, and this is as old as time is, isn't it? We've always had people trying to scam us out of our money with our telephones and even in the regular mail, we would get these scams.
Yeah, we're seeing an increase in the telemarketing ones right now coming over your phone. So I really say, use caller ID to your advantage. Don't pick up the phone if you don't know who's calling, because I guarantee you most of the time it's going to be a scammer trying to steal from you.
And how about people that are traveling? I mean, you go and you sit in airplanes, and if you're by yourself, you like to chat with the person next to you and have conversations. I mean, sometimes you have somebody that's skilled in speaking, and they can get all this information out of you without you realizing it.
Yeah, I think it's great to strike up a conversation. And we know during the holidays people can be lonely, so go check on neighbors, talk to the people at the airport. It's a wonderful time of year. But just, watch what you're sharing, Obviously don't share your Social Security number or even where you live or
that makes sense.
Personal information that could be used against you.
Yeah, but if you do, let me ask you one thing before we wrap it up. Let's say I did make a mistake and I got not just a scam where they said send me $20 and they're never really going to apply it to what they said, but they've got my card and now they're taking money out of my bank. I'm protected from that, right?
You are if it's on your credit card or even your debit card, you have protections. But the first and foremost thing you need to do if you are a victim, report it, right? Call the Florida Attorney General's office, local law enforcement, Fraud Watch Network helpline, and we can direct you on where to report it and how to get it, remedied, especially if it is identity theft. You want to act quickly.
Well, absolutely, any time of the year, but especially this time of year. You don't want to, you've got a little bit of money put away that you wanted to
for Christmas
use for gifts, yeah, and next thing you know, somebody else is using it for their gifts. Amy Nofziger, thank you so much for being on the air with us today. And let's see, you're in Colorado, you're in Denver, you said, right? In Denver?
Yeah.
Yep.
In Denver.
See, we broadcast from the mall, and the lady who used to manage the mall moved out to Denver. She's managing a mall out there now. So
a Simon Mall.
So you bump into this really nice lady. That's her.
Her name's Brenda.
Amy Nofziger, thank you so much for being on the air with us. Have a great holiday season.
Thanks, you too, Larry and Robin.
That was fun. We'll take a break. Be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Joe Chiaro. More information coming out about the couple who police say opened fire in San Bernardino, killing 14 people and injuring more than a dozen others.
A police source tells Fox News Channel that the home being searched in the Redlands was a, quote, IED facility. And the source says that investigators discovered pipe bombs within the house and also small explosives that were attached to remote-controlled cars. So it appears to be that it was booby-trapped.
Fox's Anna Koyman. Russia's delivered air defense missiles to Iran.
The agreement between Tehran and Moscow has long worried Israel and other countries who see the move as destabilizing to the